Hi, folks. Let's talk about how flooding is an affordability issue. My name is Sarah Burry, and I'm running for water reclamation. A lot of folks just assume that the impact of flooding is a lost photograph here or there, and honestly, I think photographs are important. So I care about that. But also you have to think about possessions that might need to be replaced or cannot be replaced. For example, important heirlooms to the family, or just expensive things like washers and dryers. Another way that affordability is an issue with flooding is that basements are often living spaces. People can have garden apartments. We had a bedroom in the basement that we couldn't use because no one wants to see a floating mattress. No one wants to use a floating mattress that has been in sewage. So this could mean a loss of income. It could also just mean less space in the house, which means not as many people can live there. The third way it's an affordability issue is for time. So not only do you have to do the cleanup, for example, I remember pushing the sewage toward the drains when the flood was receding in our basement, or taking out the damaged property, like our books that we lost to the floods, or having to stay home with folks who are doing construction to remediate the impacts of the flood. For example, our basement had to be torn apart because the walls were destroyed by the water and mold was growing. Having to be there for mold remediators, having to be there for the folks who built the foundation back up in our home. These are just examples of what we experience, but other people are experiencing it all over the county. The other thing is that sometimes people take off work when they know that there's a lot of rain coming, and then they're just money costs, straight up money costs. One solution that people push is an overhead sewer. Overhead sewers can cost up to $20,000. That's a serious money cost, right? There's also the cost of removing debris. There's the cost of rebuilding when things get destroyed. There's the cost to the value of your home if you have flooding. I believe the solution is that we should start thinking about this as a community problem instead of an individual problem. We need to give that water somewhere to go before it goes into people's basements in the first place. And the MWD has relationships with local leaders. We just have to make an effort to invest in the communities that we have not spent enough time investing in, and meet with those local leaders and meet with the community and talk to folks about what it is that actually works best for their community.